Hello everyone, this is Bentley, and today's video is going to be a little different. Recently, I put up a poll asking you guys how you felt about someone having an affiliate sponsorship while reviewing a product. And I got a fantastic comment, which you're going to see on the screen right now, that suggested I make a video similar to one made by a tech reviewer that I quite like, MKBHD, or Marquez Brownlee, if you know him a little bit more. He has this fantastic video which was linked called, Can You Trust MKBHD? And I knew the video because I'd seen it in the past. And I realized, you know, you're right. I should make that video. So here we are. I've reviewed quite a lot of products, whether it's fish food, aquarium lights, filters, various products that are additives or medias, all sorts of stuff. And I will continue to do so. So I think it's important to be extremely transparent with you guys about how I operate behind the scenes and the methodologies I use when it comes to reviewing any given product. Number one, I have never, nor will I ever, do a review on a product that is paid. So what that means is if a company were to come to me and say, hey Bentley, we'd like you to do a review on this item and we'll pay you $500 to do it, I will always say no. And the reason behind this is really simple. I feel that there is no way to be truly unbiased about a specific product if you're accepting money to review that product. Now, you could be in something like an affiliate relationship. Let me give you an example. I previously, when the Aquarium Co-op had affiliates, I was an Aquarium Co-op affiliate. Now, I shop at Aquarium Co-op all the time. You guys know that. It's my local fish store, even though they're not the closest fish store to me. But I do that because I love the customer service, and I just generally love what they do as a whole. In that case, you know, my channel would receive a commission, much like it does through Amazon, anytime I sent someone there and they made a purchase based on one of my links, right? But I'm never directly reviewing a specific product for money. It is often, if I liked a product and Aquarium Co-op happened to carry it, I would refer someone to Aquarium Co-op. Similarly, like, if I do the same thing on Amazon, it's not like Amazon paid me ahead of time to review this product and publicize it. I generally only am going to send someone somewhere if I like some. I do occasionally receive products to review. An example would be from JC&P. I've had a light in the past, and now I have a new light that I've just started testing, this one here on the tank behind me. And that's kind of where that first question came in, is I wanted to make sure there wasn't concerns. And for the most part, I think it was like 90% of you who voted said, no, we trust you. But I don't want anyone to feel like they're being deceived. So, in the case where I ever receive a product for review, this is what has happened in the past and will continue to happen. That review is never seen by whoever sent me the product until it goes live on YouTube to the public. So what that means is the same time you can see it is the same time they can see it. And the only person who has seen that video beforehand is me editing that video and putting it together and filming it. In some grand design, I guess in the far distant future, maybe I'll have an editor. Probably not. But you get the drift. I'm not going to let anyone influence a video or my opinion before it goes public to you. That doesn't mean that I am going to be 100% flawless. From time to time, we might get information wrong. We're human. Plenty of us who do YouTube make mistakes. However, I am never going to intentionally say anything that is deceptive about a product. I work as a software and hardware tester for a living. I've recently kind of debuted that project, but if you're curious about what I work on, there will be a link down in the description for you to check it out. I think it's really freaking cool. However, what that means is I'm basically paid for a living to find the problems in devices and software. So I take that approach to my aquarium equipment. I love playing with equipment, seeing what it can and can't do, and then bringing that kind of information to you guys. It's something I do because I love it as a career, and so I kind of inherently do that when I'm messing with something in my hobby, aquariums and YouTube. that leads to one other thing. I am very fortunate in that I work in a pretty good career field. So what that means is I don't really ever need to worry about needing to make money on a video. So that means that you're going to get my very unfiltered opinion. Now, I might not, I might make it family friendly, but if I hate something, you're going to know it. If I like something, you're going to know it. There are plenty of flaws in kind of anything out there. And I feel it is important that I describe those from my point of view to you. Because I think that if we, as hobbyists, and I am first and foremost an aquarium hobbyist, do not help each other find the good and the bad in all the various things out there, the hobby can't evolve. And what I mean is that if we sugarcoat everything to the manufacturers, they're never going to make a better product for us. So why not tell them all the problems so that hopefully they'll make it better in the future? We've gotten lucky. We've seen lots of improvements over time. We've even seen an app update for the Fluval lights that might have been influenced by several of us complaining about certain things. I'm not saying I had any influence. I don't think I did. But I think the whole of us saying, like, hey, we really wish we could do this, influenced those changes and fixed some cool stuff within that product. That is a feeling that I love. And if I can do that through a review, the couple of dollars that someone would pay me, which is significantly less than my job would pay me working, just isn't worth it. But being honest with you guys and making sure that I give you the best information I can so that you can not only enjoy your hobby, but enjoy the items that I either recommend or tell you not to touch, right? I think that's very important to me. I get more satisfaction out of that than I will out of a affiliate commission, a paid anything. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to me. I am in a very fortunate position where this is my hobby. This isn't my career. So I can be very blunt, be very free, and let my opinion on certain things run wild. So with that being said, this video is intended to be very short. And I want to be clear, I'm not trying to call out any companies or call out any YouTubers, nothing like that. I want to be transparent with you guys about how I operate. So in the case where I have a video review, there are several things that you're going to hear guaranteed from here on out. And I feel like I've done relatively well in the past, but just in case I haven't, we make mistakes. There's a couple of things you need to know. And part of this is guided, most importantly, by FTC regulations. The Federal Trade Commission actually has specific rules for social media about what you have to say, not what you can say, but what you have to say when you're sponsored, receiving an item, etc. in places like YouTube. In the past, you had these strict regulations only for like magazines and big media companies, but as we've evolved in technology, now any independent person can effectively become a reviewer, can become a critic. And with that has come an evolution through the FTC. There's going to be a link down below that's going to give you a quick reference page on the FTC's website that goes over all these rules about sponsorships, about receiving items for review, all that kind of stuff. And a lot of what I do is based on those legalities. Not everyone plays by these rules, but I certainly do to the best of my ability, which is to say, to the best of my understanding, I'm not a lawyer, but to the best of my understanding, I'm following all their guidelines as best I can, because transparency to me is really critical. So let's say I'm reviewing a product. You're going to see plenty of those coming up soon. What are you going to know for certain? If an item was provided to me, you will know early in the video, like the very start, because I want to be transparent up front that an item was provided to me for review. The manufacturer of that item will not influence any of the decisions in the video, nor will they be able to see the video before it goes live the same time it is available to you, the audience. That kind of disclosure will be in every video. if in the few cases where I have any affiliate relationship with that company, which is to say, should I recommend an item and you use a link that's in the description box that gives me a commission on a sale, should you go and purchase it, that will also be disclosed in the video. The same time I review, I talk about if the product was provided or not. If I paid for it, of course, like I'm going to tell you I paid for it, but you'll get that information kind of all up front so that you know right away what is going on with that particular product. And if you want it to influence your decision on my review, you can. Finally, I'm never doing paid reviews, so we don't really have to worry about that, nor am I ever doing any kind of like full sponsorship from a company and then reviewing their product. So example, you'll see lots of YouTubers like, yeah, we're sponsored by pick a company here. And they have a short little promo ad or whatever. You know, the common one, if you're a gamer, is Raid freaking Shadow Legends. But in those cases, if I was ever to the point of where I receive sponsors, I kind of don't want to ever have sponsors, but I might get to a point of where it's one of those things that makes it to where if I have a sponsor, I can turn off ads on a video, and then you guys get to watch videos ad-free. So in those cases, that's what's going to happen. But should that ever happen, the sponsor of the video will never be allowed to be the same manufacturer of a product I'm reviewing. So an example would be if I was sponsored by Fluval, I would not be reviewing a Fluval product. Because I don't feel that it is, again, fair, because in a sense, I'm being paid by that company to do a video or to have a short advertisement in my video, and thus could influence some level of how I work on a product, probably in your eyes. I mean, me personally, never going to let that influence me, but I don't ever want there to be the worry that, like, you're sponsored by that person and you're reviewing their product. Never going to let that happen. Honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to have sponsorships. I'm a very small channel, but you never know. 3-4 years down the line, I might get to that cherished hallowed ground where my channel's actually big enough for that kind of nonsense. Probably not. Anyway, so that's kind of the final thing. I want to be really, really transparent with you guys about my methodology when it comes to how I allow those things to happen. Now, when it comes to reviewing products, there's usually going to be two things. An initial impression where I talk about just kind of my first feelings about something within about a week of me receiving it. And then a couple of months later, sometimes even much longer, after I've had a lot of time to test and play with it, you'll get the full review of the item. And you might think, like, what about all the other YouTubers that do something right away when it comes out? I don't intend to ever do a full review like that. Again, I'm very fortunate that I work in a career where I do well. I'm certainly not rich, but I'm comfortable. So I have the opportunity to not rely on a video about a product or an item coming out as fast as possible in order to get the best revenue or the best views or what have you on that item. I would rather take my time, be absolutely certain about everything I can and can't do with it, so that I can give you guys the best information possible, educate, much like me playing with the Fluval lights and all the settings and pro mode and all that kind of stuff. Being able to do that level of in-depth review is something that I really enjoy. And so I'm going to keep doing those kind of reviews because it's what I love. So with that being said, if you've enjoyed this short little look into how I operate, give it a little thumbs up. Lightly caress that little like button. If you're not subscribed, maybe even consider subscribing. Ring the little notification bell. That way you don't miss all the reviews that are coming up. There's going to be a negative one, most certainly, and a couple positive ones, probably. I'll find out. I've got more testing to do, but I've got some stuff that I've been working on that it's about time to really talk about them. So I know those ones are positive. Just saying. If for some reason you think that this is all some elaborate long con ruse, why would I give my email to you guys all the time in my live stream? But anyway, you can hit the thumbs down twice. I'll understand. as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and stay awesome.